Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, a little RevPro review. So, Revolutionary Pro Wrestling out of London, England, UK. RevPro High Stakes 2024 Ospreay versus Okada. This is going down as well Ospreay's last independent wrestling match. I really hope not. I really hope he's still, since he has signed with AEW, it will make his official signed AEW debut at Revolution. I know he's done some matches there, which, hey, that's great because he's been part of New Japan. But officially full-time in AEW, All Elite Wrestling roster coming up. I still hope he can do RevPro, New Japan, Super Junior, Wrestle Kingdom, Super Junior, G1, and everything. The fact that RevPro has their relationship with New Japan makes matches like what we got here with Ospreay, what we got here with Trent 7, that's including TNA's involved in that. Plus AEW's involved because Orange Cassidy was on this card, you know. So we have such world talent in the British independent wrestling scene. If you follow Robert Sports Show at all, you know I do follow a ton of independent wrestling. RevPro, Progress, OTT, North Wrestling out of the UK, New Japan, obviously, I think of America and stuff. So we're going to run down this card. RevPro High Stakes 2024 just got off of RevPro On Demand from it. Holy crap, this card delivered top to bottom. First match was a surprise. We had the AEW International title on the line. 7-way scramble match. We had Khai, Flash Morgan Webster, Richard Holliday, Shaw Samuels, Shigehiro Irie, Spike Trivet, and then out comes Orange Cassidy. And putting the AEW International title on the line. That was kind of a shock face, right in your face kind of surprise. I love that Tony Khan lets guys do this. Yeah, there was a picture that came out at the Wembley Stadium for the soccer game, the football game. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Tony Khan. Orange is over there, might as well go do some RevPro stuff. You have TNA signed talent on this card, as in Dani Luna and Trent 7. You have AEW signed talent, Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay. You have some of the greatest wrestlers from New Japan and Zack Sabre Jr. You have Flash Morgan Webster's had a cup of coffee in TNA. You've had Richard Holliday. He's in GCW. He's in a lot of the independents with Charles Mason. So yeah, you had so many just mixture in this card, which is amazing. This match here was only 8 minutes long, a little scramble match. Literally everybody kind of did their own little thing. Orange Cassidy did his kind of, his kicks. Oh my God. His super kicks to start the match was just second to none. You know how Orange Cassidy is. You know how devastating those super kicks can be. Yes, I know the Orange Cassidy super kicks are not really a true super kick. They're just a joke. I get it. If you don't get the Orange Cassidy gimmick, it's just fun. I will say, before he signed with AEW, I didn't really get it. I'm like, this is stupid. But then watching it on TV weekly, watching him on AEW pay-per-views, is like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. It's almost ingenious. He's so good. But this match is pretty decent. We know, obviously, Orange Cassidy more than likely was going to retain his international title, which he did. I gave it 3 1/4. Next up, we had the RevPro Undisputed British Women's Championship on the line. We had champion Dani Luna. Again, Dani Luna signed to TNA. And RevPro Undisputed British Women's Champion. I'm going against Safire Reed. Man, both of these women are kind of under the radar when it comes to women's wrestling here in 2024. But I think within the next 5 years, these will be two of the top stars in women's wrestling, especially not only in the British scene, but across professional wrestling. 3 1/4 star match. It was less than 10 minutes long, 9 minutes and 44 seconds. But it was just good. Dani Luna can hang with anyone out there. I would love to see her against a Jordynne Grace, against the top women in not only TNA, but hey, let's do a crossover with AEW. Let's do, a Tyler Valkyrie and Dani Luna. Let's do those kind of, Hell, Havoc and Dani Luna and TNA should be pretty decent, to be honest with you. But Dani Luna retaining her women's undisputed British title. I give that 3 1/4 as well. Next up, we had Youngblood. Oskar, Leube, and Yuto Namashita going against Kieron, Lacey, and Mark Trew. Again, kind of a short match, 9 minutes, 25 seconds. Very talented young men here. Kind of the Super Junior Tag League guys, what you would call these kind of guys. I give it 3 1/2 with Youngblood getting the victory. Now we started getting into the meat of this show. This show, for me, had 3 matches that stood out above the rest. And this one here is one of them. Luke Jacobs versus JJ Gale. Luke Jacobs, I've been a fan of for a while now. What he's done in Progress Wrestling, what he has done in RevPro, not only as a tag team, but also as a singles wrestler. Part of the tag scene with the Young Guns and Ethan Allen. But Luke Jacobs, when he's been on his own, which he has been for the last couple of years, he is just, each match, it's like he's getting better and better. That big brute, kind of the Bradshaw kind of character, the JBL kind of character, that's where I would kind of put a Luke Jacobs. Maybe not with the personality yet, but more the moveset, the impactfulness of his moves. Going up against JJ Gale. I've known JJ Gale. I've watched him wrestle for 3 or 4 years. I've been following the British independent scene. But you know what? This match here for me was a going out match for him. I'm watching this match going, oh my God, it's like a young Speedball Mike Bailey. So I was really, I'm like, take a double take looking at JJ Gale. I'm like, is that Speedball? No, it's JJ Gale. What? So yeah, he put those kind of moves up. The striking ability he has, he's just going to get better and better. This match, 4 1/4 star. I wouldn't be shocked if people were saying 4 1/2, which, hey, I get it. 4 1/2, 4 3/4. That's the cool thing about professional wrestling. It's 90% opinion, 10% fact. The fact part of this is Luke Jacobs beat JJ Gale in a 17-minute match. I say 4 1/4. Somebody else might say 4 1/2. Somebody might say 3 3/4. But it's just how they personally rate matches. For me, the coming out of JJ Gale. There was a match a couple of years ago. Titus Alexander and Will Ospreay. I knew Titus Alexander was young and talented, but coming out when he was somebody to do the level of a Will Ospreay and or Luke Jacobs, just having that come out match like, oh my God, this guy is better than I thought he was. And this is, there's a whole thing about going over and getting over. Yeah, Luke Jacobs went over on this match, but JJ Gale got over in my opinion. But Luke Jacobs, 4 1/4 star match beating JJ Gale. Bright future for both of these British stars. Next up, the man on the world tour, Mustafa Ali. Seeing him like everywhere, which is cool because I know how good he is when he was in WWE. But seeing him on the independent scene, seeing him in the British scene, in the Canadian scene, where he's just free to do what he wants to do. Seeing his first match at GCW versus Gringo Loco. And seeing him against Robbie X, one of the greatest British wrestlers currently going. 3 3/4 star. Almost a 4-star match for me, these two guys. 13 minutes. I think, honestly, if they would have kept it up for another 2 or 3 minutes, got past that 15-minute mark, I probably would have went 4 on it. But Mustafa Ali getting a victory there. And just complimenting how great Robbie X was at the end. And I love when wrestlers do that. Hey, give me a second. I know time zone, we don't have time, but give me 2 seconds. This guy's awesome. Did Mustafa Ali have to put Robbie X over in the Crystal Palace National Sports Center in London? No. But did it actually move Mustafa Ali up in some people's mind? I think it did. But yeah, that was just 4 1/4 star match. 3 3/4 star of greatness there. Next up, we had Shingo Takagi versus Trent 7. 2 big old brutes who just want to beat the tar out of one another. And oh, by the way, they're talented too. But yeah, Shingo Takagi, we know in New Japan and in America how strong this guy is and how just stout and bulldozer-ish he is. But Trent 7, he's been on the independent scene for a long time with Progress, NXT UK, now with RevPro, signed talent for TNA. One of the best in the world. I get this match 3 3/4. Shingo Takagi getting the victory. Not surprising there, but it was not surprising how good this was for me. Next match, it was an okay match. And I will say Anthony Ogogo has come a long way in his time in RevPro, in his time in AEW. I know he was an AEW signed talent at one point. He's kind of just went away. I know there were some issues there. We've been in RevPro a lot. He's been doing some dark matches on Collision. And he did some stuff in Progress as well. He's kind of that very green talent that you kind of have to develop. And I think going on, quote, excursion, like New Japan wrestlers do, like Young Lions do in RevPro and in the British scene, has helped Anthony Ogogo so much. Going up against Ricky Knight Jr., not too many people can hang with him anyway. He's RKJ is one of the top talent in pro wrestling, not just the British scene, the UK scene, the Europe scene, in the world. And Ogogo took it to him. 3¼ star match, 13 minutes. I really enjoyed this match a lot. After seeing some of the struggles that Ogogo went to some early on matches, they weren't good. I mean, if you thought they were, I'm sorry, but I don't think they were. This was good. This is that next level for him. He's just got to keep building on it, and he will be a star. All right. This was our appetizer to the main event. Okay, I'm good with that. When you get a 21.5 minute match, that's your appetizer to a 47-minute and 12-second main event. And they were completely two different styles of wrestling. That's what makes cards like this blossom to me. It makes each match kind of stand out in that little shock factor. We had Zack Sabre Jr. versus Connor Mills as your appetizer, your sub-main. Michael Oku and Will Ospreay as your main event. Could we have got two different matches? No. Zack Sabre Jr., okay, he is the very best, very, very, very best at mat wrestling, at submission wrestling. Connor Mills, he was that Super Junior guy who was in a tag team. His tag partner left. What was, I can't even, it's been so long, I forgot their names. Axiom over in NXT was his tag partner. Let me see if I can pull up Whitewater something or another, if I remember correctly. But it's been a minute since they tagged together. I know there's a few of you out there going, I know, I can't think of the top of my head. I know he's part of Destination Everywhere with the OJMO. Okay. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Yeah, as soon as I see it, it's going to go, oh, yeah. And I'm looking on Cage Match, and he was part of, Maverick Mayhew, was that his partner, Eminem? I thought it was something else. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh, I'm thinking of the Team White Wolf, A-Kid and Carlos Romo. Oh, I was getting Maverick Mayhew and Carlos Romo and Connor Mills messed up. My bad. He was part of Eminem with Maverick Mayhew and Connor. It was okay. Team White Wolf was what I was thinking of. That was A-Kid, which is Axiom, and then Carlos Romo. Oh, I had the wrong British wrestler there. My bad. But anyway, Zack Sabre Jr. took it to Connor Mills. But you know what? Connor Mills was able to put it right back to Zack Sabre with coming off the top rope, with the striking. Just a young, talented striker there with Connor Mills. He was getting out of some of those Zack Sabre Jr. holds, but at the end of the day, he wasn't able to get out of all of them. Zack Sabre Jr. gets the victory, 4¼ star match. The main event, the RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship on the line. Champion Michael Oku versus Will Ospreay. 47 minutes and 12 seconds. The last 20 minutes, 15 minutes of this match, it looked like a 4th of July fireworks, just the end blow off. You know, at the end they just have the grand finale, they just blow it all off at once. That's what the last 15 minutes of this match was. They just blew it off. They hit big move after big move. Michael Oku hit two 5-star frog splashes. You had Will Ospreay hitting, he hit a hidden blade that I cringed on. And he hit one on, oh God, what is her name? The chick that hangs with Michael Oku normally. She's out there a lot. He hit a hidden blade and she pushed him out of the way. And she took that hidden blade completely. And it was like, ow. When I'm watching, ow, that looked like it hurt. But yeah. And just big man. I mean, freaking Will Ospreay hit a freaking Styles Clash, trying to win the RevPro title like the phenomenal AJ Styles did. Kick out. You had multiple hidden blades. Kick out. You had multiple big impact moves from Michael Oku. Kick out. Just like their first match, there was a couple spots on the outside where Ospreay threw him into the pole, and he cut him open. Their first match they had was the same way. And the storytelling for me here, Will Ospreay being this young lion that came in, a young British wrestler that built himself up to the main event, goes over to New Japan, becomes this bigger star, comes back to the UK holding the RevPro Undisputed title. He was Cruiserweight champion at one time. Now he's world champion. And he's on his way out. And then you get this next guy who was Cruiserweight champion that has built himself up to a main event guy, to a world champion. And now Will Ospreay, the leaving veteran, is trying to take the title from the young guy, the future of British Pro Wrestling. And they've had 3 previous matches, High Stakes 2022, and then Southampton 14 in October of 21. Ospreay won both of those matches. Could Ospreay go 3-0 against Oku? We all know now, no. But during this match, it's like every move, it's like 30 minutes in, I'm like, all right, they hit a big move. I'm like, and Oku kicked out. I don't remember which move, one of the driver things that Ospreay hits. And I'm like, oh, hell no, there's no way Oku loses this now. I mean, he gets kicked out of the biggest move Ospreay's got. And then they blow off a bunch of big moves, and then all of a sudden, Ospreay kicks out of Oku's finisher. I'm like, shit, does Okada win this? Yeah, I was the last 15 minutes of this match. So, Michael Oku, still your RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion. When I rate matches, I go from 0 to 5. That's it. That's the range, 0 to 5. 5-star. 5-star match. First 5-star match of 2024. I don't give 5-star matches out like pieces of candy. This was a 5-star match to me. This was match of the year so far for 2024. It may still be match of the year when the year is over with. The fact that Will Ospreay has beat Okada, has beat Omega, has beat Oku, but all 3 of them have beat Okada. In my mind, after the one in 2021, that 5-star classic they put on there, I was like, holy crap. This is their third 5-star match. I want to see the next one. Mr. Tony Khan, can we have this at Wembley, please? Can we have a 4th match with these 2 at Wembley? Please and thank you. Wait, I want Swerve and I want too many matches at Wembley. Oh my gosh. I have an idea. Why don't we put a second UK show together in this arena for AEW, and we'll do Okada versus Ospreay there. How's that? All right. Well, that is RevPro High Stakes 2024 review. Great show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Again, match of the year. I would say at the end of 24, when I do the 25 best matches of 2024, Luke Jacobs, JJ Gale, Zack Sabre Jr., Connor Mills, and obviously Oku and Ospreay will probably more than likely be on that. Make sure you check out the best matches of 2023. That'll be up here on Robert Sports Show as well. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.